Hello everybody, we are group number 21 presenting data surveillance threat to privacy. Meaning of data surveillance will be presented by Vansh. Bhakti will be presenting threat to privacy. Examples will be presented by Dhriti and conclusion of the presentation will be given by Michelle. Now I would request Vansh to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Bhakti. So the literal meaning of data surveillance is data has been monitored. According to the study of Joseph Dennehy, data surveillance compiles personal information from various sources to investigate or monitor people's daily activities and interaction amongst each other. Next slide, please. With this definition, Joseph Dennehy stresses the personal information being monitored so that when it comes to data surveillance, the most dominant characteristic is the safeguarding of people's information, personal information. Now I will hand over the presentation to Bhakti.
Thank you, Vansh. Threat to privacy. Information and communication technologies have been indispensable for individuals. Their capacity to influence and engage with individuals and public opinions, expand the social base that supports them, highlights their struggles and alternative ways of doing things. All are greatly facilitated by different technologies. This states that the data of the user has been a threat to privacy. Major players such as well-known GAFAM, that is Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft have offered users convenience and offered innovative online services and platforms, that too for free. Nonetheless, this convenience has come at a cost. GAFAM offers more than just free user services. These companies provide the hardware and software foundations of the internet, making it virtually impossible to use any of their products. Now, I would request Preeti to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Bhakti. I would like to continue with giving some examples of data surveillance. The big examples are the big five tech companies like Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and Facebook, who dominate almost all the online services. Facebook and Google are particularly more powerful when it comes to speech and free expression, two fundamental rights that Amnesty International says are under assault. Facebook appears to collect data from the non-users as well in two ways, from their browsing history and from their friends. Some other examples are the apps that people use in their daily life. According to the NCC, there are a few apps that violate users' privacy, like dating apps, Tinder and OkCupid, or child-friendly game apps like Talking Tom 2 or Angry Birds. Now I would like to hand it over to Michelle to conclude the PPT.
Thank you, Dhriti, for giving me this opportunity to conclude. One common measures used at the security defending technology system, including firewall, intrusion detection, security audit, and antivirus system. The other way to promote the security of data controlling company is the improvement of the management of the company, including the network management, system management, and the management of computer room. It also calls for the strong responsibility from the data controlling company in the holding of its moral autonomy in the protecting and using of the data. There is a value in the present study, but due to the limited evidence, further study should be drawn and made. The rapid development of modern technology makes it harder for privacy law to keep pace and be synchronized with it. Thus, there exists disconnection for systematic information, privacy protection, and data security to build a systematic management of the data. A system centered with privacy laws and combined with self-discipline of the company is in need. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. So here we conclude our presentation with the information and research done by all the group members, which clearly states that data surveillance has been proved a threat to the user's privacy. Thank you so much.